How you going? It's Mark here, Mark Davidson from Steel Nation Australia.
What's going on? Let's continue! What's that? Let's go! Baby! Yes! Yes! Let's go!
What's the deal with this gadget?
So I think the stereotype that we drink Fosters, and the first Foster I saw was in Pittsburgh. It's a true story.
Yeah,
The
I've
first
only
ever
seen-
Foster I saw was in America. I've never
Well, I
seen
thought
one
that
here.
was like Australia for beers.
For what? Alrighty, Steelers Nation, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia, and also Steelers Dynasty podcast with my mate Bubba and Shane. What's going on?
We're winners.
Winners, right?
That's
winners
right.
Are, winners
6
are
and
winners.
2. 6 and 2. 2 weeks of just talking all the stuff of Steelers victory every day now until we play the Commanders, and we're going to beat them too.
The best thing about this is you're like 4 wins away from $100.
I know. I can't wait because we're going to use that money for beer drinking at McFadden's.
Boys, you're 4 weeks away from $100, and we're like 8 weeks away from me coming over and saying hello. Isn't that crazy?
Yep, that's awesome.
Isn't that wild? Isn't that a wild time? First of all, there's two. First of all, thank you for the shout out to with your wrestling the other day with Shano in the ring. He said shout out to Australia. I
Oh
thought
my
that was
God.
fucking awesome. I
Oh,
thought
that
it really
was.
cool.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, that was
Well,
awesome.
when you text me and you're like, I'm watching it,
At
Bubba,
what?
I'm watching it, and I'm like, hey Shane, he's watching it in Australia, and I'm like, give him a shout out when he ring announced, and that's what Shane did.
You said you were cleaning your toilet, so you missed it, right?
Yeah, I was. No, I came back. So I went
saw
to the men's tour and I came back and then I saw you in the ring and I was like, and shout out to Aussie fans in Australia, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I had it on the TV. I had it on my TV in my because where I sit and do my office work with my organizing stuff. It's a TV right there. So I
That's
put
funny.
on the Steelers and wrestling anything else.
Hey,
I was like,
we told
I thought it
everybody
was-
it's getting watched live stream, and it's getting watched in Australia right now as we speak, and we're like, yeah, this is awesome, and you know what?
It was fun. I thought it was a good show.
well. Thank you very much.
Well, the bits I saw anyway because it went for a long time and I was working too. So I was
Yeah,
trying
it's
to-
it's 3 hours on the Triple B experience for free if anybody wants to watch it. Nightmare at the Castle. So
good time.
But
Also,
enough about wrestling though.
second shout out was your live stream today. You guys went live as well on Steelers Dynasty podcast. How'd that go?
I think it went real good. And actually, at halftime, we bring Gene on at halftime, and it changes the whole dynamics of the show. As soon as Gene come on, we scored a touchdown. So I mean, that was just the dynamics.
Gene's like the in the Mighty Ducks when there's the Basham brothers. He's like the third Basham brother when he comes on. There's
Yeah.
like two of you blokes on there, and he's like the third one. He's like, bang, rocking.
And we forgot to ask him what he was cooking tonight. I didn't even ask what he was cooking
Oh,
on,
that's
the,
right.
on the stove.
Yeah, right. Okay, quick knee-jerk reaction, Shane. How are you feeling about today's game and the win?
Well, the first half I thought was a C minus, and second half, well, it was a C minus until that fourth quarter, and I'll tell you what, they really kicked it into gear. So
100%. But that's sometimes I think that's the way. I always say this. It's the way football goes, right? I want to give one big shout out to the Giants. I thought they played a really good game today. They were much more competitive than the weak Jets and Aaron Rodgers and his ayahuasca, trails and all these things, and he's blaming everyone. At least the Giants turned up to play football today. They wanted to play. They wanted to run the rock. They were getting Daniel Jones was getting hit everywhere else, but it was at least checking down the football to get the ball moving. Bubba, what are your thoughts about just a knee-jerk reaction?
Well, we were driving until we got to the red zone. If we'd have scored at least one touchdown, and if we would have scored all the touchdowns in the red zone, we'd have shut them down in the first half and we'd have broke their backs. We just kept them around, and we just couldn't score in the red zone until the second half, which I knew in the second half. The Steelers are stronger in the second half. They've been all season. But you know what was cool? Was Najee was driving and running the cart in the first half. Like, I think he had 74 yards in the first half, and I'm like, holy God, he's going to get like 100 and some yards. But the negative part about it is our defense let him in the game and let him run over us, which from a guy I never even heard before, and that I didn't like that. But a win is a win, and I'm happy. I can go to bed.
Are we doing the show tomorrow, the HDU Awards tomorrow? Because we kind of have to, right? Tomorrow, right? You guys free tomorrow? Shane?
I'm good.
Okay, so we'll do it sometime. Is it tomorrow or no? We do it where?
Tomorrow's Tuesday and over here.
Tuesday.
So it's Tuesday at 10.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it sometime tomorrow, I guess.
We'll I know you're like, oh, whatever day, it doesn't matter.
Figure it out because right now it's my Tuesday.
Your Tuesday during the day.
My knee-jerk reaction was, I know people wanted to see a 35 to 48 to 0 game. I thought the game was pretty fun. I thought from a Monday Night Football game, I thought it was a spectacle. I thought Daniel Jones was playing well. I thought TJ Watt and Highsmith played well on the outside. I thought there was some times where you're like, man, this is pretty fun. And, I'm allowed to swear. It's my channel. Maybe your channel too, right?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Denver. That's what I want to say. That's my new theme is fuck you, Denver. Because Denver was giving up.
He's playing good.
You know, the media's going, Wilson can't do this, Wilson can't do that. How nice was the pass towards Pickens when he almost scored a freaking TD?
Oh, like that. Our offense
he was
viable.
He was a toenail clipping away from putting that foot down.
Yeah. Oh, that one too as well.
Yeah,
that pass would have been TD. The rollout pass with the Jones face mask would have been TD.
If that would have been
the long ball was fantastic.
He would have had 2 touchdowns tonight and almost 300 yards if that Pickens pass would have been a touchdown. Because I think that was 15-yard or something. So he'd have been close. He had like 278 yards. He could have been close to almost 300 yards a game, like again in 2 weeks in a row. And he scored. He threw 2 touchdowns if it would have happened like that. But
I think the media and the Broncos experiment, because also you'll notice too now that Wilson doesn't ever talk about Broncos. He talks about Seattle, talks about that time there and the Super Bowl championships. Never talks about Broncos. I think they paid him in a bad light, and I think they put him in a bad perception for the media to say he's old, he's washed, he's terrible. You know who's washed? Fuck you, Jets. That's what it is. Two things today. Fuck you, Denver, and fuck you, Jets.
Well, you know what it is? It's like when you date some girl and you know it didn't end good, so you never talk about that girl. You know what I mean? So that's what Denver is. Denver's that crazy girlfriend that you had that you never ever want to talk about to anybody. Like I don't even know what you're talking about. We never dated. Move on.
Yeah, I just think he deserves more respect because I think Wilson's playing good football and he opens the whole offense up.
You know another good thing?
What's that?
The Browns beat the Ravens.
How do you say that? How do you say that in your Yinzer accent?
The Browns beat the Ravens.
Browns. Yeah, man.
Browns.
That's a perfect weekend. Was this weekend was the Ravens lost to the Browns because Winston went off. And also, the Eagles beat the Super Bowl champions 3-5 Cincinnati Bengals, who were 3-5.
You better go on that Roundtree and like them all.
This is the one week to do it.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're on there instead of me because I'd have scorched the earth of every single one of those teams.
The best thing is, I'm gonna get Zay, the Browns guy, fired up so he helps me out because he won't stop. He won't stop.
He doesn't quit.
Poke the bear. Poke him.
Yeah. And also, I'm going to poke the bear and he's going to do all the work for me. You know what I mean?
And
the Browns fuck themselves because now they got a higher draft pick, not a lower draft pick. It's the best case scenario.
Well, the thing is, though, that Bobby Baltimore guy's gone, and he was very good being articulate. Now, this substitute guy that got in there is like your substitute bus driver. I'm not a big fan of that guy. I'm not a big fan of that guy. I know you gotta be politically correct, but I'm listening to him and I'm like, who in the fudge is this guy? You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, get him, Mark. Just get him. Now tomorrow, just hammer him.
The next day.
Well, next day, whatever day. Oof.
We all chose the Ravens to beat the Browns, and so it's going to be a very tough game though. And the Browns took it to them. Winston, for some reason, that team can be a playoff team. They're a good side. They're a good defensive side. But I hope they don't win more than 8 or 9 because they got a chance to be in the playoffs because Winston played good football. But at the same time, Bateman dropped the pass, and their Hamilton, their safety, dropped the pass too. So they suck.
Well.
But fellas, let's talk about our game. Right?
I'm cool with that.
What is one key moment that kind of turned this game around, you think?
I'll go.
Go ahead, Shane.
Frickin', I said it from the beginning. Special teams. It's been the theme all year.
I agree with that.
And who got the punt return as well?
Oh yeah,
Boston
yeah,
had a
that's
great-
Austin.
Boston.
You've been
this is
calling
his
that
great-
too, Bubba. Bubba, that's for you, man. You've been calling that.
I've been trying.
I think for 8 weeks. He's one play away.
Yeah.
A flag on the field, 74-yard return. Austin down the field. They didn't throw a flag for the block. At
This
one
is
stage,
best
we were up
game he
50.
played ever as a Steeler. I know that
100%.
long touchdown against the Raiders at one time, and he had a touchdown this
Yeah.
year. This is his best game as a Steeler, bar none. And now they have to watch us on special teams because if he breaks it, he could break one at any other time now.
Yeah, but we looked up. Oh goodness, this had to be when we first started our show. We looked up how often they returned punts for special teams,
Oh, a long time.
2018.
and they were due. They were due. It's like anywhere from every 2 to 4 years, and they were due. They're like at 3.5 years. So, good job, Bubba.
Well, I can't take all the credit, but thank you. But I mean,
I
Calvin
hear
Austin
someone-
did the run, but
I hear someone's TV in the background.
that's mine. Sorry, that's Calvin Austin talking right now with 3,000 with 3,000 Steelers. Just there, on Monday Night Football, he had a punt return and a reception return. Des Bryant, Devin Hester, and now Calvin Austin in the last 20 seasons. Right now on ESPN. So
But that was,
There you go.
today was good on so many levels. I think because Russell Wilson now gets his third TD, got sacked a few times. Yeah, he fumbled. That sucks. By the way, TJ Watt needs to go buy him a steak because, Russell Wilson's going to buy TJ Watt a steak because that was a mistake by Wilson to run that. They didn't get knocked out.
Yeah.
A football play. That's what I'm
slide.
saying.
You got to slide.
Yeah, slide.
Slide.
Yeah. He's not mobile enough like Justin Fields to do that and run around.
He's not
crazy.
young.
He's not young enough. Right? He's got to go down. But that was a mistake. But I think, what I really like about the offense right now? It's the play calling is pretty good. There's nothing with Matt Canada. We must have been in hell for Matt Canada.
Matt Canada
it feels
sucked,
so
man.
different.
It's just different. Matt Canada should never been an offensive coordinator in the first place. They got him at Dollar General prices, and now Matt Canada is nowhere to be found. It's like In Search Of with like Leonard Nimoy.
No, he's slinging fries with Trump.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But you know what's good though is the first series of this game now is the second game in a row where Wilson completed that first pass. And that sets the tempo of the game, I think, because in the last 2 games, it's the same first series. Boom. I'm telling you.
But how nice is it to see and trust and see it like I like the fact that Wilson goes to the line and counts down and checks everything into about 2 seconds, 1 second. Then he huts and everything's all in order. How nice is it to see the pass going towards Darnell, the pass going towards Austin or Pickens in that big pass where the touch pass is so nice to see. And it's only just beginning as well. Like there could be a chance they might sign him again for the future.
Well, the only negative is they need to use Freiermuth a lot more than they're doing. Other than that, that's my only takeaway.
Yeah.
Everything else is running on. Look at Jefferson making catches. Like everything.
Yeah.
Receiver
He's on fire,
2.
too.
Who needs a receiver 2 when you got receivers? Whoever is 2, 3, 4, and 5 catching balls.
Yeah, I think so too. I think as well. I think that the receiver 2 thing, they probably will go and get someone in the they'll try and improve the position. You'd be crazy not to, right?
But if
it's
they
not
do,
unless
if they do, don't give away the house.
correct. Yeah. Oh,
What,
Shane,
Shane?
you think
Wait,
different?
what? Whoa, what? Can't give away the house.
No, I mean, I think they should have done it already. I mean, I wouldn't hold my breath, boys.
I'm okay with what they go with, but I'm thinking if
I'm
they
not.
do
I'm not.
do
Me
it.
too. I'm okay.
Van
I
Jefferson,
like
he-
what
he
they have.
stepped up.
I could use extra juice,
Well, the dude from Jacksonville is out. They're not getting him. So they have to make a trade for some kind of second teamer from a different team where you don't even know. So, like, if they do, a 5th, 6th, or 7th round pick. That's all we're getting. That's all we're going to do for we no more.
I'd trade for Slayton, Darius Slayton. He carved us up today.
But that would be more. That would be more than a fifth. That would probably be. Would you give up
Maybe
a third?
maybe a fourth. I don't know if he's worth a third though, but maybe a fourth, something like that.
Well, if a fourth, if they do a trade for a fourth, boom, we get him, and then we're even solidifying our offense better than we are right now.
Yeah. Thing is, though, I think like this is showing me just to trust the offense, trust the process that is 6-2 Steelers. And I know
I love it.
The naysayers will say, "Well, this is you only beat bad teams," but this is so different to me as well to the 2020 season, where we're just escaping away. This team is there are some things that need to be improved for sure. The running game was bad today, but that means I'll fix it next time. You know. But let's go back to the offense and we'll go around the table a bit, around the round tree, right? Shano, were you pretty impressed with the overall quarterback play? I know there was some mistakes though.
No, I thought he did really good. I mean, last week he just seemed to start really slow, but he was pretty consistent most of the game. You know, he held on to the ball a little bit too long, which I don't have a problem with. He's trying to make a play, but a couple of those times he held on to it a long time. He did make a play. But the difficult thing for him is that pressure on that one side with McCormick and oh my gosh.
Jones.
Yeah, Broderick Jones.
It wasn't the best. No, it wasn't the best. I must agree. It wasn't the best.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. 97 was killing him. I mean, he's a stud. So.
Well, that's when you bring in the fullback. And if he's coming through, you got to use Connor Hayward and chip him a little bit just to give Wilson a little bit of time.
We haven't seen Connor Hayward. What's up with that?
He was in there a little bit,
a tiny bit, yeah, tiny bit. It was tiny. It was. You know what? It's good to see though. He's in there. Sometimes Pruitt goes back there. Sometimes Darnell. There's a lot of moving pieces, and it's so much more fluid than the Matt Canada offense. What we had to witness through in our 3 years, right?
Yeah.
But also to a point that as well, when the Giants player went out, Tracy, right? The minute the other quarterback, the running back came in, TJ Watt went right past him. They were blocking or something was missed. The running back was meant to chip TJ Watt. Next minute, around the outside, bang, fumble recovery. So I think we had that advantage there in that sense. They were chipping TJ Watt a lot, but I give a lot of credit towards the Giants and their defensive line because they sacked us 4 times and they were playing pretty good D-line defense.
Well, that right side of our line is weak.
Yeah,
on this game, McCormick didn't have a good game either.
100%. Williams right. Tracy was a baller going places. But I think as well too with the offensive line in this game for our side, there were some certain points where you could raise the white flag and go, hang on, is Jones even trying out there? You can question that because there are times when he's like, what's he doing? It doesn't look like he's trying or he's even knows what call was happening. And Mike Tomlin and his crew might be forced to start him the rest of the year because they're the best they got. They can't develop him this year. They were going to go with Dan Moore at left tackle and Troy Fautana at right and make him play behind that. So that's something that is going to be interesting to watch. But same time, 6-2. Let's go.
And 6-2, but also we have ways to improve to get better. That's all. If Broderick Jones doesn't make these key penalties that he's been doing in every game, like he does one major key mess up a game. If he quits that and it's mental, he could be a little better than where he's at. That's all. And he was good last year. Like I was raising his praises last year. I just
running game wise.
Yeah. Yes. I just don't know, but like the right side was just getting shackled by, Lawrence. Like he was just steamrolling over McCormick, and McCormick was getting his ass handed to him, which I could not believe because he was such the grazer, the road graver that we were calling him in the offseason and a couple games, but he was getting beat bad.
But there was a lot of flags too.
Do you think it was the fact that Jones and McCormick were that bad? Or is 97 just a stud? Because you see these guys lining up against, T.J. Watt that are decent ball players that look foolish. And I think that's part of it. I mean, Lawrence is a force to be reckoned with.
I think the Giants' D-line was on fire. And I think it was this is what I'm saying, that I don't live in this fantasy world because I think when a football game plays out, you sit down and watch it. And that was a football game today where the Giants turned up and we beat them. Yeah, we probably should have beat them by 20 or 25 or whatever it may be. but it was a fun game. I thought that TJ Watt had his guys on the outside, and I think our
He got
offensive
two
line had their
sacks.
trouble.
He got 2 sacks, which he needed.
But Shane's right. With 97, there's a time where you saw Ryan McCollum on his bum half the time.
Yeah.
Like just getting manhandled, man. How do you stop that, right?
You can't. You got to double down. You got to use the fullback to chip him, to stop him, to give Russell enough time to pass the ball. And also, too, maybe they should have went out of shotgun for a little bit. You know what I mean? But maybe Ryan can't do the, maybe don't want a ball going over his head. So that too, but it's just that it just looked like, I mean, he is leading the league in sacks. So, I mean, he's doing it.
He's got 9.
I mean,
9.
I think probably 10. I think they had didn't he have 1 or 2 tonight?
No, I think he was forcing the other players to get their sacks. So he was putting a lot of pressure on the other guys stepping up.
So
he's got 9 sacks for a defensive lineman that plays more the middle of the field and pushing guys back, like the Cameron Hayward kind of role kind of thing. But I just think that in that sense, our offensive line is already scratched. We're going back to a second depth guy in the center. And that's why I always say, Mike Tomlin should be getting credit for these wins, but it's only the Giants. Remember, guys, it's only the Giants.
But they had
these Giants were fired up.
But they have Monday night. I mean, they have something. They're prime time. They don't want to look like shit on prime time.
No,
nobody.
They're a good team.
And the thing is funny too, because I think the Jets were just awful last week.
Yeah, they sucked.
That's what my theme was. My theme is today is fuck you, Denver, and fuck you, Jets. Because I think Denver's given up on the Wilson. I think, and then the Jets were just awful, and they're all about the Rodgers and this kind of stuff. Anyways, I'm so fired up. Okay,
let's killer. He's a team killer.
He sucks, dude. He's terrible. His ego is just too high for himself.
Yeah.
Let's go into the next one then. Let's talk about the running backs. Bubba.
Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Well, on our side, now I don't like it from the Giants side because they weren't wrapping up, and he was
chunks.
Like they were getting big chunks of yardage on the Giants running the ball, which I didn't see that coming. And I thought if they were going to run, it was going to be Daniel Jones killing us running the ball. Okay, but it was their running back who I don't even know who he was. He had a good game,
Tracy.
and I think they just they just had mental lapses and they didn't wrap up. And then that one, I mean, he had that hole. He was gone 45 yards for a touchdown. I mean, that was. What are you going to do? That was the one big play. That was the one big play right there.
But what about Najee there? What do you think about Najee in our offense?
Najee in the first quarter. It didn't take him the fourth quarter, so he was already warmed up. And I don't know, he probably came close to 100 yards, but he got 70-some yards in the first half, and he was running with purpose. And even Jalen Warren was running the ball very, very good. So they were running the ball. I mean, they almost had 200 yards in the second quarter, halfway through the second quarter. So I'm happy with this run team. And if they can't stop us, that's why we're keeping the defenses on the sidelines. Like I've been saying, every game, every week is the same thing. That's what we need to do.
What about your thoughts, Shano, on the run game?
Najee looks like that commercial. Have you seen the inserts for shoes where it's like they bend and they can jump, it gives you more spring? Man, it looks like he put those insoles in. He can jump over shit. I mean, it looks like an info commercial.
He looks
fitter,
right?
real.
I think he looks like a mini version of Derrick Henry, kind of. Like he's bigger.
Yeah.
He's bigger and thinner, more athletic. I think he's more checked in. I think it's one of his best games today. What do you think about Warren, though? Warren's back to health, too.
He had 114 yards. Najee Harris had 114 yards, third game in a row where he got 100 yards.
But Warren is fast. He's faster than Najee,
yards.
and that makes it really hard to tackle. If you're setting up to tackle a running back that you're thinking, okay, this is Najee, this is the speed he's coming. I'm like, oh wait, it's Warren, but you just have maybe a little less of the jersey or a little less of his leg. He just flies by you. So it's a tall order playing the Steelers rushing game. So
I'm gonna say two words for our running game: Cordarrelle Patterson.
Wait till he comes back.
He comes back. I think this running game is going to do another because it helps the play action pass too. Russell Wilson loves that pass that was taken away. That was an absolute brilliant football play. where Jones got the face mask. We rolled out play action pass. Russell Wilson slides to the right hand side, slings it like Patrick Mahomes, or he's the first version of P. Mahomes anyway, to the end zone.
Yeah.
Pickens breaks away from a yard and a bit TD. That's just fucking. It's just fucking sexy football to watch.
He
You know what I
threw
mean?
that. That was what makes it sexy. Is he threw it before he made that cut.
Oh,
We almost had 170 yards of total rushing. Steelers. Okay. Najee had 114 on 19 attempts. Jalen Warren on 9 attempts was 46 yards. And Wilson had that three attempts was 7. That's pretty darn good. But the only thing that's bad is the Giants had the Giants was just I mean, the Giants rushed for Tracy had 145 yards at 20 attempts, and that Singletary, which was a good running back when he played in Buffalo, 11 yards. So it wasn't for Mr. Tracy, who I never heard of. Their running game, he had a great running game.
He's their back now. He's like their number 1 back.
Well, I thought it was Singletary because I think I have him in fantasy, so now I got to worry about that, which I can't worry because my team sucks. But anyway, you know, so but also
the offensive line did their job too. They're opening holes where the linebackers weren't reading it. Lucky for our safeties are coming down in the box. There was one thought I had the other day. Minka's never made our points because he never makes any big splash plays anymore. But he's always around the cleanup game. You know what I mean?
He made a splash play by knocking that kid into the next week. And
True, that was really cool.
Guess who was right there, almost catching that bounce pass?
He went boom. I like that.
Well, our buddy Beanie Bishop was just about a half a foot away from making that play and catching that ball.
Do we want to talk about Benny Bishop and fast forward to the end, to the very end where he made a play and break that down?
Well, that's three interceptions in 2 games.
He's leading the Steelers. He's leading the Steelers in interceptions.
That's unheard of. You don't usually have those tied together like that. Usually you have a game or 2 between. But
I don't see Cam Sutton making. I don't think Cam
know
Sutton's
what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, he's at the right place at the right time.
How do you take Benny Bishop off?
You can't.
You don't.
You don't.
So then, what happens with Cameron Sutton? Do you then have to get rid of someone else on teams who's been playing good teams? How do you make room for Sutton?
Maybe use him somewhere else. But I mean, unless Bishop gets smoked with like 2 touchdowns,
he played crappy. 3 games ago, he gave up some plays, and I took a point away.
Very true, you did.
So
you did.
he is a rookie. He's going to make mistakes, but he's making those, as Tomlin would say, the splash plays. So if you're making those splash plays, they're going to play you. You know, they're going to live with your mistakes because those big plays are so damn big and they come at a big time.
Maybe Jeddah was right. They play him as depth. Maybe the Beanie Bishop plays. He's depth. They find room and role for him.
Yeah, package specific. You know, because Sutton, I'm sure, has skill set that Beanie doesn't have. Sutton's bigger.
He's tall.
So if you're playing the run. Yeah, playing the run or something. I don't know. I don't know what to do. That's a good move. It's a good problem to have.
Pierre to the practice squad, which means you'd have different gunners on the outside. I'm not even sure who the gunners were today, but they played fantastic. Our teams is fantastic. Shout out to Danny Smith. George says no mention of our best weapon yet is the Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz is on fire. He's 4 for 4 today. He was on fire.
Well,
he's just absolutely amazing.
That's probably the number 1 kicker in the NFL.
Yeah, but don't tell anyone that because we still want Justin Tucker to be number 1 in the media's eyes because
we ain't gonna get any. We're not going to get any credit from any media guys anyway, unless it's out of the Pittsburgh media. So we're not getting any national recognition. The only time we got recognition when this quarterback controversy, because then it got them ratings because they didn't know about, Wilson and Fields. And that's all they got. They're not talking about it. They don't even talk about TJ Watt. They don't talk about anything. Nothing.
Just a quick surprise, 29-24, Browns beat Ravens. Sorry, what?
Yeah, Ravens. They're probably
the Browns.
Those fans
are terrible.
That was their Super Bowl.
Browns.
I hate them both. I hate Cleveland and I hate Baltimore. And did you say that if we could get a receiver, it would be Slayton?
I think there could be an idea they might trade because the Giants now are 2-6. Maybe they trade him. He's a 27-year-old receiver. Maybe they trade him.
He had 108 yards.
He killed us, but Jones killed us too. He was on fire as well.
Yeah, well, usually that doesn't happen that way, but But also, too, Jones could have killed us with his legs, and he didn't. He just killed us with his
No,
arms.
they were
Like,
very. He
it's
tried
like a
to. There
Tim
was
Tebow.
one play I thought was really dumb by the Giants. It was a design run, and that was really stupid. They tried him in that sense. But also, I think you know what. Let's move into. I just want to go quickly into the receivers. What are thoughts about the receivers, Shano, and Pickens and Jefferson and Austin? Big games, huge games for all three of them.
Oh, I mean, where do you separate them? I mean, Pickens is probably maybe a half a length ahead of those guys in the pecking order, but not much. If he made that touchdown with his foot down, that would have been epic.
That fucking throw was. Sorry, it was so nice. It was amazing to watch. It was like, did I just see that dime just drop into there? And he went so close.
Unfortunately, this was brought up. Afton is like a huge She can look up anything in 2 seconds. I guess another person brought up the fact that you can't you can't push people out of bounds. I mean, you can push someone out of the play. Like you can literally, before, if I caught the ball and it looks like I had control of the ball and my foot would be down, but I was pushed out of bounds, it stands. But
I thought if you pushed him out, like it was a touchdown, but that's changed. Because I mean, back in
that was wasn't like that was more college. I thought it could have been actually for that play was 2 feet. The 1 foot twice makes sense to me, but apparently it's not.
That's just it. The double drag, but
also too. The thing about it is on that play, like he got chucked out of bounds. Like that's what I thought maybe since the defensive secondary chucked him out of bounds like that, but also. Tomlin, they challenged that play and they lost a timeout because they could have kicked a field goal at the end of before the end of the half because they had 7 seconds to go. They had no timeouts and they could have threw it to the sidelines, called a timeout, and at least got Boz maybe 50-yard, something like that, but it didn't happen. So time management.
That was a mistake. I agree with that. However, on the flip side, if that wasn't challenged and say that Tomlin didn't know that people went to see it, then Tomlin doesn't throw it, then the people would have been crying if he didn't throw a challenge.
But he should.
I know he should. He should know. I get it.
Should. They should. Somebody's supposed to tell him because he's got somebody up in the box like, hey, don't challenge that. It gets down to him, so it's just.
I watched it.
That's an error. I agree. I'm a Tomlin guy, but that's an error that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it happens. But realistically, if Pickens would have put that other,
I know how do you do that?
We wouldn't be talking
how his
about
foot is like hovered the whole time.
It just he didn't even it was like Matrix.
Yeah.
But all he had to do was just touch it, and then it would have been all he had to do was touch the heel. If the heel would have touched, it'd have been a touchdown. So I mean, that's the only thing we're only minuscule because we won, so we're trying to pick out something.
The best thing we're missing is this team can fucking do this.
Yeah.
This team can go down the field and do this. Get points, Boswell. Get roll out and get Darnell involved, Washington, and get Pickens involved.
Russell Wilson threw to 8 different receivers.
Love it.
8 different receivers. Pickens had, and I'm doing stats here a little bit. Sorry. Pickens got 4 receptions for 74 yards. Van Jefferson, probably his best game as a Steeler, 4 receptions for 62 yards. Calvin Austin, his best game ever as a Steeler with 2 touchdowns. He had 3 receptions at 54 yards. Donnell, 1 reception, 29. Freiermuth, 219. Najee, 3 for 17. Jalen Warren, 2 for 13. And Pruitt even had a 10-yard reception.
That was a nice catch, too.
So, I mean, 8 different receivers, and you don't know who he's going to throw to. And as long as they're getting open, who cares?
Yeah. We need a ray gun reset because I want to talk about this. The gauntlet. We need a ray gun reset for 1 second. If you guys don't know what a ray gun reset is, it's me doing the ray gun dance for half a second because I'm fucking sick of this. After the what do you call it? The bye. There's the gauntlet we got to face. So ray gun reset for 1 second. Alrighty,
what the fuck was that?
It's a ray gun reset.
Jesus.
All right. Let me talk to you guys about this freaking gauntlet, right? Because we're 6-2 and that was the easier side of the schedule. I'm not
about
worried
it.
either.
I'm not worried about it.
I'm not worried about this. Okay, Commanders going to be a tough game because they're 6-2, maybe 7-2 coming shortly. They versus the Giants next week. We need not only the Giants to beat them, but we
Giants
versus them.
could beat them. Giants could beat them.
They could beat them.
It's
Very
a
true.
division game. So
Bang bang. Who knows, right? This whole idea we're gonna buy. We're gonna get healthier. We're gonna get players back. Herbig's coming back too. We're getting Pruitt's back in the lineup. We're getting guys getting healthy again. This whole idea of the gauntlet or the big run because we've got to verse let me bring it up. The Ravens or someone like that first, and then someone else. Washington, Ravens, Browns, Bengals, Browns, Philly.
this is
a
a crazy schedule, but we get everybody back. We might even get Frazier back by the
Correct.
Washington game.
Yeah, very true. Frazier might come back after the 2 weeks or whatever it may be. And also, when you're playing these games, it's like I keep telling everyone, and I'll get real close. They have to play us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you do now? You get real close? Is that what we're all supposed to do?
Yeah, get real close.
They play us too.
Get in there, Shane.
I'm not a hater about his dance moves. They were slick. They were slick still Septicon there. He was over.
It's a 5-star matchup because we're in it. Do we not forget that? It's a 5-star matchup because we're in it.
We're in first, and we're in first place, controlling our own destiny right now.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the Browns.
All right, let's move into I'm gonna get to the defense soon. What are your thoughts on tight end? Shane, what are your thoughts on the tight end position? I thought it was pretty good today too. Fry move was
They're
on fire.
tight and they stay in the end.
All right,
Case
moving on.
closed.
Bubba?
I wish Fryermuth would get a little bit more pass thrown to him. Other than that, that's all.
Two, I think.
That's all.
Two.
Yeah, but Fryermuth is still a component of this offense that's not eating enough. He's not eating enough. So honestly, and I said it before, and I'm sure in all our pre-show shows before we even started the season, Fryermuth to me was always going to be our second receiver anyway, and I feel that way. But any one of those two, him, Jefferson, Austin, it doesn't matter.
That third down there was nice though. That third down.
Yeah,
so nice.
But I guarantee he's got to get some. He's got to get some touchdowns. It's the 8th game of the season, and he doesn't have a lot. He's not eating a lot like he should be.
So Fryermuth got 2 for 19, 9.5. That one catch for 11 was awesome to see. Darnell number 80 had one big catch for 29 yards.
That was nice, too.
So fun to watch him play.
He's trying to tiptoe like on the sidelines. He was like doing the hopscotch. He's very agile for a big man.
Yeah, so fun to watch him play. All right, let's move into the defense then. What are your thoughts of the overall defense, Shannon? Who are your star players out of that?
Oh my gosh. You highlight Highsmith, like, oh my God, he's killing it. And then all of a sudden you look over, like Highsmith made a play, put so much pressure. Watt came in from behind, had that strip sack. It was fantastic. And then Cam Hayward played good. Everybody played fantastic.
There was, of course, I think there was the negative was the running game was allowing the plays like that. But in the football game, they didn't let them burn them too much. There was the Slayton getting yards, but I think in a sense where the highlighting the positive plays from our defense was Highsmith was on fire. I love that spin move he does. He runs in, spin moves out, chases down Jones, then TJ Watt feeds off that and cleans up. I thought Highsmith, and tomorrow we'll talk about it in our point segment. I think he's up there for sure. He's up there for a contender for a 3 or MVP.
You need to add a segment to your list. Who's most likely to be on Dancing with the Stars?
I'm going to say Mark right now because that was pretty good.
Highsmith looked good, like he had a couple spin moves, and then TJ. But my pick would be Najee with those high leg kicks.
Yeah, he was
like a ballerina.
Yeah. Do you think this guy's? Do you think this team's over? I think this team's overall fitter. I felt they're overall more conditioned or something. They seem like they're more checked in and more fitter than last year.
Well, except for these hamstring injuries.
Yeah, I think they cut back on the pierogies. They spree them in Latrobe.
No more pierogies, eh? I thought Highsmith played well. I thought. What are your thoughts on TJ Bubba about his game today?
Well, he showed up when he needed to. He got 2 sacks. He got a fumble. So
Yeah.
Highsmith also too. I mean, the outside linebacking core was the greatest asset of our defense because the Giants almost got 400 yards of total offense, which is downright bullshit.
Only one
so-
TD, right? Only one TD.
Yeah, but still, that's a lot. And they were, you know what? They were giving up a lot of yardage. They couldn't score in a red zone. Thank God. Like our red zone defense is very, very good. Thank God for that. But still, I thought the defense let up some run plays on that 45-yard touchdown. It was just a hole, and then he just took off. I just think somebody was out of position. But hey, look, a win is a win. But they need to tighten up some stuff. They started getting pressure and getting to Jones in the second half. They weren't getting them to him in the first half. They got him in the second half, and they got him when they needed to. And T.J. Watt with that strip sack fumble recovery was, you know, at the time that you needed it is the time that we got it. So, you know, I just feel that we just tighten stuff up.
Is he the best? Is he the best player in football right now? Like
Defensively, yes.
Defensively.
Yes, I believe so, and I'm
The
biased.
best.
But
Is he? Because we need to enjoy these moments of TJ Watt where Cameron Hayward is getting near his career, and shout out to Cameron Hayward to 202 games for the Steelers. TJ Watt might be the best player in the NFL defensive wise right now.
He's generational. He's a generational talent.
he's a
You're not
generational
gonna
talent.
See that again.
no,
You're not going to see that again.
And he makes plays when we all are praying to the TV gods for him to make a play, and all of a sudden, Shazam, the Watt punch out is there, or a strip sack, or whatever. He's like a goddamn Terminator.
He ball rushed him, swim under him, and then he got the fumble. Then he picked it up himself, and it's like, my goodness,
going against the next Steeler, and he made him pay.
It must be so much fun to play with TJ Watt on your team, though. Oh,
I'd have to say it'd be amazing because you think of Rod Woodson, Troy Polamalu, T.J. Watt, and then going way back to like Elsie Greenwood or like Mean Joe Green. I mean, those are guys that you just blow your mind.
Yeah, but Mean Joe was the architect of the whole Steelers coming to be the champions. I mean, we're going back, and Mean Joe was the pinnacle of the starting block of all this that we're talking about right now. But T.J. Watt is just something where even you need to play, and all of a sudden, boom, strip sack. Like it's been like that all year. The punch out in the Cowboys, if we would have recovered for that, we'd be look. We shot ourselves in the foot in 2 games. We actually should be undefeated, but hey,
I'm kind of glad they're not though, because there's no 8-0 like cloud over us. You know, there's no cloud. Right. We've lost 2. We lost 2. Who cares? You know, there's no cloud over us.
Every fight, every game now is going to be a slugfest, and every game now is a playoff caliber game. Everything. There is no letdowns. No letdowns.
Yeah,
I can't have that.
Jennifer says TJ Watt was given the super soldier serum for sure.
He's captain. He's captain fucking America. He is, man.
Honest to goodness, that play where the new running back came in and Tracy was out for the head concussion or whatever it was, there was no chip on him that time, and he had 1-on-1 with the right tackle. Took him to town. Next minute, Jones was like, "Oh, where am I going? Oh, far out, sack fumble."
They're holding him every play. They hold him every play. They're not calling it. The NFL is not calling it because they're not going to call it.
You're an offensive tackle, and you have to, or tight end, and you're blocking T.J. Watt for a game. Are you going to feel like you just went through a bear mauling?
I'm going to hold him on the inside.
You're going to have parts of your body sore.
I'm going to hold him right here, and you're not going to fucking see my hands. I'm going to hold him and make sure I'm strong enough to get leverage and move him a different way. Not hold him around, but because he's getting held around.
He's the NFL equivalent of giving a cat a bath. That's what he's like.
What do you mean giving a cat? What do you mean?
That? He's like all over the place. You're like, oh fuck, I got him.
Boy, that's the best. That's the best analogy ever.
That's good because you had me stunned because I don't know what a cat.
I mean, I got super strong.
I got 3 of them in my house. I have no idea. But that's what I would do. I would hold him. Chuck him, and I would always chuck TJ into the inside. Because he's always coming around, and when he comes around, it's a sack or a strip sack. He comes around, it's done. You're over.
Once that cat is dripping wet, you can't get your meat hooks on. It's all over the place.
Meow.
TJ Watt got 7 total tackles, 5 5 solid, 2 sacks, 2 tackle for a loss, and 2 QB hits.
Big
Plus a
game.
forced fumble and a recovery.
And a forced
Game.
fumble and recovery.
He's probably going to make it.
What did the Browns Garrett do this week, or what did whoever did? Nothing. They didn't do
Nothing.
anything.
He never does nothing, and he's not a defensive player of the year. Never. He hasn't done nothing to prove that.
TJ will eventually win it because the other guys like Dexter Lawrence didn't get the stats today, so he didn't get a sack today. He played well, but he didn't get a sack today. But TJ will eventually chip away, and end up winning it. He'll win the whole thing.
You're very optimistic.
Just based on, it's not even going to be about sacks now. It's going to be like fumble recoveries and punching out balls
and four of them now. I think 3 or 4 recoveries, all those kind of things.
And stopping the team when they need it the most. That's what you're doing when you're a defensive player of the year. You're stopping the opposing team of getting anywhere, and that's why you're going to be defensive player of the year.
100%. All right, let's talk more about the defense, because I thought the defense, of course, and we can cover this. The run game was terrible; it was bad. But there were certain plays where Cameron Hayward played well. Ogunjobi stepped up and made tackles. What was like another player, Bubba, that you thought was like a really, a much needed player for today's defense? Like that.
You know who stood out to me was Mr. Roberts, LaDainian Roberts.
Yeah, didn't he? Yeah, Atlanta Roberts. Yeah, that's it.
LaDainian. I call him the wrong friggin' name all the time.
He's doing it.
Yeah, Roberts in the first half was on fire.
Missile. Doesn't care for his body. Doesn't care. Doesn't give 2 shits. Just runs out and plays run defense.
We just got to tighten that up. That's all. I mean, a win is a win. I mean, hey, look, you're not going to stop teams under, you know what I mean?
But Jones is a better quarterback than Rodgers, though, in my opinion. He is.
Well, he's a better running quarterback, and he didn't run, thank God, because he could take off at any time. And I've seen him run 50, 60-yard, scrambles for touchdowns.
Hey guys, where the F are you going to run with you have Highsmith and
you got to run in the middle. You got to run in the middle. The middle was weak.
Cam Hayward. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
But if you get a hole like that Tracy guy got a hole on that 45-yard,
right. He did. They blocked.
Peyton got blocked. He got blocked, and then he took off.
Wilson got blocked. Yeah, Wilson got blocked on that, pushed out. Now Wilson, he was taken out of the game on a lot of plays. I was like, is he even in there? And then all of a sudden, as soon as I said that, he goes up the middle, makes a good play, and then they take him out of the game.
They were changing him back and forth with Atlanta Roberts, I think, as well. So he was playing down where in the early game of the first 2 quarters, maybe third quarter, they weren't getting tackled for loss, and Atlanta Roberts was doing so. But then come around the third quarter and fourth quarter, once they played Renegade, that's when TJ Watt and Highsmith. I think Highsmith was the key today. I think he was the absolute overall key to the game. I think he was on fire.
He was getting pressure in that first half. Yeah. Way more. Yeah, he was pressuring Jones way more than TJ was in the first half.
I think you guys are missing totally what happened.
What are we missing?
Well, they usually play Renegade at a 36. They played it on a 38 volume, and that gave a little bit extra horsepower.
A 38 volume? Even in the meetings last week, the meetings like, you know what, we need to tip more. There's a bit more.
Wow.
And they're like, no, seriously. Tomlin calls up. He's like, he's like, give me a little bit more, 2 more clicks on the volume for Renegade. Like,
yeah, we need
Coach Tomlin.
We're too short. We need someone else doing the wave.
Yeah.
Was Snoop Dogg there? Was he there? Is that where he was? Was Snoop Dogg there?
No.
Oh, thank fuck.
But why they don't play it on 38 is because it causes male pattern baldness, and they just don't want that to happen. So everyone in Pittsburgh be bald, but they're going to sacrifice the follicles for that big play. Let's be honest.
I thought like things were improved in the defense, but there were times when you just thought, oh my goodness, Highsmith was on fire. And he was
coming back from that groin injury. He's ready to go, man. Last 2 games, they've been playing a lot better defensively without.
But to have both your outside linebackers, TJ Watt and Highsmith, get 2 sacks, and then both dapping it up. That's just like it's just brilliant to watch. It's just fucking like we love Pittsburgh. That's what it is. You know what? And then we have our offense getting better.
Yeah, and our offense is better now to compete with any team out there in the AFC. I am not scared about anybody.
Yeah. Jimmy says, hello, Mark. Be real and post the StreamYard. What does that even mean?
Hello, Mark. Be real and post the StreamYard. Don't be weak. What does that mean? It's on StreamYard. We're on YouTube. Jimmy Rizzo.
How may I join? If you send in $400, you can join. I don't know who you are, Jimmy.
Jimmy, send in 600. I'll take 200.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not. I think he wants to come in. I think he wants to.
No, it's too
Oh,
late.
then
It's too
bad
late
luck.
to show
Sorry,
for that.
mate.
No, you're.
Sorry, mate. No,
I think he wants.
uh,
I think he wants to come on the
send in
show.
$400, you can come on.
Yeah, and then give us.
Yeah, you know what's going on? Yeah, it's pretty random, bro. I know who the Jimmy is.
Yeah,
Who's Jimmy?
Jimmy Rizzo.
He's like, hey, Mark, don't be real. Send the stream out. Don't be weak.
Don't
Okay,
be weak. Well, dude, it's on YouTube. The StreamYard, Jimmy
Is that a picture
Rizzo.
of Jimmy Rizzo?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. But Jimmy,
I
the
need my reading
StreamYard,
glasses.
the StreamYard is for us to actually post it on YouTube. So we have to
Yeah.
pay. I pay. Mark pays. We pay to StreamYard.
I'm a freeloader.
If you're a content creator, I might get you one, but not.
No.
But if not, send me $400. You can come on the show.
I mean,
That's my
Gene.
last
We're just
Gene
giving you
comes
some
on.
shit, Jimmy.
Gene
It's all
comes on
good.
our show because we love Gene, and Gene
Gene's
is
awesome.
Gene is the great. He comes on. He came on. We scored a touchdown. I'm like, Jesus, God Almighty,
No,
Gene. But man,
Bubba, shut up.
What?
You
What?
know why we have him on here. See, I'm gonna Mark.
What?
The secret has to come out. I pay Mark to read me bedtime stories
Yeah.
3 nights a week when I can't sleep, and with his Aussie accent.
oh, he
tells
wants.
about
I don't
sheep.
know. I see. Wait, Jimmy says I see stream. I'm only wanting to talk to you all on StreamYard. You can't.
Hang on one second. You guys have a voice I don't. Well, you can make a voice if you want to.
You could make your own
really
content.
easy.
You could
Really
you could
You can do a lot.
join Mark's Patreon.
What? What do you mean sad? Sad? Really? Come on, guys.
No, it's because he wants to come on the show. But the thing is,
Oh no! Hey, we don't even know who you are.
It's too late. It's too late
Yeah,
tonight.
Jimmy.
It's
Yeah,
too
it's
late.
late,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
we just did. I just
It's
did.
not because we don't love you.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah,
I love
we
ya.
just, we
I
did
love
3.5 hours on my Dynasty
Yeah,
show, and I
we're
think
talked
Mark
out.
did 3
like I
hours on
said,
his.
you'd have to pay $400 to come on the show. That's the requirement.
And you got to give me 200. Steelers
Yeah.
Dynasty's taking a cut of 2, so it's 600. I mean, because we've been doing this for so long, Jimmy, like Steelers Nation Australia. Mark has been doing this for a long time, and I've been doing this since 2018 in different podcasting formats. So it's very, very hard. And me and Shane have been doing it, and
I'll make Jimmy a
spend
deal.
money.
If Jimmy makes a YouTube channel and gets 1,000 subscribers, you can come on the show.
There you go.
It's a requirement.
It's good to be real, Jimmy. We're about as real as we
Yeah.
can be.
Yeah,
Jimmy,
I'm being real back to you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'll be real back to you, Jimmy. I don't know you, so no, you can't come on the fucking show. I don't know who you are. You cannot come on. That's pretty fucking real right there.
Jimmy, we all did this. I can't just go and ask somebody, hey, can I be on your show in the comments section? They're not going to let me on either. That's why I started my own show.
Shane's lucky to be here because he's Bubba's mate. That's why.
Well, he
Shane's
says
here.
I have a YouTube channel. Well, get your YouTube channel and get a
I'm
rocking
kidding,
and rolling.
Shane, I'm kidding, by the way. I love you.
What'd he
I'm
say?
the DEI hire. I'm the DEI hire.
No, Shane's got like 6 million podcasts himself. Jimmy, what is your Jimmy?
Crabs have claws.
Oh yeah.
Pictures.
But Jimmy, what is your YouTube channel? I will
what
look
is
it
it?
up
Show
right
it
now on.
Yeah, we'll watch it.
Oh, you don't use it no more. 3,000. Nah, it needs to be active. Needs to be active.
I have over 3,000 subs. What is your show?
What?
What's your
Jimmy.
show? Hey, you might have more than me. God bless you, but I mean,
You
hey,
have more than
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, Jed says I have only rules. Can I come on?
what's that?
Maybe. Only rules. That means it's like kangaroos for OnlyFans.
Oh, nice. Devil, you getting any money out of that?
Show me your pouch. Show me your pouch.
Yeah.
Hop, Ruru.
I want to
Same
see
name.
the marsupial poking.
Okay, Jimmy,
Marsupial poking.
look up my name. Okay, so your name is Jimmy Rizzo. Jimmy Rizzo is your YouTube channel. Jimmy,
Look it up, Bubba.
Jimmy Rizzo.
It's not
I'm
real.
looking.
I think he's
Jimmy
trying.
Rizzo.
Send me the link, Jimmy. Send me this is now the Jimmy show. Jimmy
Oh
gets-
wait, no,
100%.
Jimmy. Wait. I see it. Jimmy Rizzo, 715 views 5 years ago.
It's nothing.
What?
Well,
Old news, mate.
it's
Oh, there he is.
inappropriate. It's inappropriate content.
Is that what it is?
When was your last video? You made your last video 2 months ago.
Jimmy Russo.
You're
I
gonna
think
keep
you're
going, mate.
Jimmy. Are you a political guy? Jimmy, are you a political guy? Because is this you?
Oh wait, Jimmy Rizzo.
Is that you, Jimmy?
It's someone else. Someone else.
Is that you?
Jimmy Lizzo.
Meets
Hey,
Jimmy
Toddy,
Russo.
86.
Oh, that's not you? Okay, that's what I got. Jimmy Russo has 7 subscribers. Jimmy Russo.
I found him.
Is this
Yeah,
you?
I'll give you a shout out. Hang on.
Is this you, Jimmy Russo?
No, I got him.
Give him a shout out. Let's see it.
Yeah,
No, that's not him.
That's Born. I don't know who Born is.
It's
Born
Jimmy,
Identity.
Jimmy Rizzo is here. He's now hijacked the show. Jimmy Rizzo is
Who is-
welcome to our StreamYard podcast chat and video cam, where we bring the latest and greatest online conversation. Our channel is dedicated to providing you with engaging discussion, interviews, debates, and a host of the StreamYard's cutting edge platform, which I use as well. Join us explore a wide range of topics, current events, political, pop culture, all that kind of crap. However, you posted
That's
2
got-
months ago, Jimmy. Jimmy, keep
That's
posting,
got
mate.
What's that got to do with Steelers, though?
I don't know.
I'm looking for him. I can't find him.
Oh,
No
Jimmy,
idea.
let me see. Let me see.
Jimmy
if we
Like I said,
Russo.
$400 and come on the show.
Jimmy, we're just giving you a hard time. It's all
Yeah,
good.
we are. Definitely arguing a hard time.
I don't know who you are. I'm looking.
To be honest, if you want to, you can email me at steelersnationaustralia@gmail.com if you want to come on the show. We can organize something. But to just go on the chat and say, hey, I want to come on the show, is it fucking instant no? Sorry, Jimmy, it's an instant no. You don't go.
I don't even. How the hell did you get him? I can't even find him. I got like 17
I'm
other
very
Jimmy.
quick and smart like
Well,
that.
I'm trying to use my detective skills, but I got 17 other Jimmy Russos, and then I got a guy who mows grass who's got 900,000 views.
Who's that guy?
He's Al Blaze. He cuts
He's
grass.
the Bushmaster.
He's the Bushmaster. I don't know.
Well, thank you for checking the show, Jimmy. But yeah, that's probably the wrong way to go about it, is going to chat. It's not
Yeah,
like
how
Yeah,
would-
Jimmy, I agree.
Because we are weak. What? We all talk down to Jim. What? What's he
No.
getting at? I don't.
No, we're not.
mean, Tony.
No.
All right. Anyways, let's move it on.
Yeah.
You come
Sorry,
about-
Jimmy. We're gonna talking Steelers. If you ain't got nothing to Steelers to talk about, I don't know what to tell you. It's a Steeler podcast.
Yeah, it's the wrong way to go about it. You want to reach me in the emails or Bubba's email too.
Yeah.
Reach me that way.
Or come on a show a few times.
Oh, I'm done talking. I'm done.
Benji's weak. Sorry. That's just funny.
Yeah,
All right, we're going to start to wrap up anyway, guys, after the Jimmy segment. It is real. I told you, you're not coming on the show unless you give me $400.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I'm real as they can be.
We're all
brother.
real here.
Yeah.
All right, so, to be real and go back to the show.
Yes.
Back to the game. I want you guys. What is your? I think it's a pretty good game overall. Bubba, did you find the game was satisfying? You thought you got work out of it?
I'm glad we won. I think that we could have tightened up on the run defense a little bit, but hey, look, we haven't lost a home game since 1990.
That's
No, we
unreal.
haven't.
How
20
old was
years
that?
since 92, past 92. So I'm okay with that. So we're still winning at home on Monday night. So
Not a good game. You want to hear why?
yeah, why?
I mean, it's like going out to eat, paying $20 and getting shit.
Well, you're
And
not
you
gonna
get
get much.
shit.
You're not gonna
Now
get much
listen,
for $20.
Each drive, it's like, okay, it filled me up. I didn't shit my pants. It's not that bad. And then finally, you go out to eat. The food is good. You get laid. It makes all that struggle.
Man, that's
It makes
awesome.
all that struggle worth it. You know. Just saying. That's what this night was like. So.
Well, hopefully you spend a
Wasn't
little bit more
great.
money than $20.
All right, let's do
You
this
know.
because there's a good question here from Grand Dies at 12. It says, hey lads, sorry I'm late. Just in your live. Did you already do your studs and duds that the Steelers played in this game? So that's who gets a game ball. Who gets a? I didn't give a game ball yet, but Bubba, who
Tomorrow.
would give the game ball?
Well, we don't. We usually do that on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, tomorrow.
Tuesdays, yeah.
Tune in tomorrow. But I
You
love
want
your
to
Bull
give
fun.
anything away? Mine might go towards Highsmith. Just saying.
Really?
Well, there's going to
I
be
don't
a
know.
lot. There's a lot of players that could get a game
Calvin
ball out
Austin.
of this. Yeah.
Calvin Austin, the punt return. That broke. It didn't just break wind. It broke the backs, baby. It was
Yeah,
back
I
and
mean-
forth. They were
I
sniffing.
mean-
They were sniffing a victory, but no.
But also
in a second.
too, Russell Wilson's could be in there for a controversy.
I'll be very frank because it is funny because I just timed out Jimmy for a minute. Jamie says, I think this shit's funny because we're supposed to be celebrating when we're talking about Jimmy. But sometimes it happens when someone comes in the chat a bit too, you know what I mean? And then as podcasters, we're like, oh, what's happening here? How do we talk about this? And it does, sometimes it can take over. So I've given him a timeout, let him cool out a bit, let him have his channel. He'll come back. He'll be fine.
I never heard about him.
but
I didn't want to go off on him. I would have been off on him.
The one drunk guy in the bar that runs in and makes a scene. Take him out, have a smoke with him.
Well,
cool
that's
him
the guy.
down.
That is the guy. Jimmy's the guy who was trying to talk to a girl at the bar, and he could never. The girl's like, "Get away from me, Jimmy! I don't like how you're touching me." And then he gets escorted out.
Yeah. Just give him a timeout. Timeout. Have a smoke, mate. Come back in 5 minutes. See how you're going.
What a fucking goober.
Yeah. See how we go.
It'll be right.
It should be right, mate. For my game ball, I'll probably give it Highsmith. I think that's one where I'm going my direction. He's pretty good. It's pretty fun.
There's a lot.
You know what I can also do? Like, are you guys working tomorrow?
Yes.
What time?
That's 12:47. I have to get up at 5:30.
Right, are you working tomorrow too, Shane?
Yeah, I'll get up about 5.
Yeah, so we're end very shortly. All right, well then let's get out of here and thank everyone. Thank you guys for coming on the show, Bubba and Shane on your show too as well.
Well,
Steelers
thank you for
podcast.
inviting us. I mean, we got now we got 4.5 hours. And I heard that you're going to do something for Thanksgiving here pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm doing a 12-hour show.
Wow.
Get the hell out of here.
You want to?
Well,
yeah.
If I can get away from the family, I'll jump on as a guest. To help
The
you out
idea
a
is
little bit.
like
I don't know how I'm going to do that in the family thing. It'll be hard for Thanksgiving.
Because your fucking money is so expensive. Like my $1 gets me back like 37 cents. So I'm doing a fundraiser. If people want to push coin my way, they can. I'm never asked for it.
Oh my God.
Well, we got $100 coming our way. We should have $100 coming our way by the 21st. So there's $100 worth of drinking on. I'll tell you that. I'm taking it. It'll be all in pennies, but hey,
it'll be Thanksgiving Day. Will be from my 4:30 a.m. to my 4 p.m. 12 hours.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
We're doing it. And if you want, because there's a new thing where on the YouTube, right? If I set a goal, and people don't have to, but if you want to, I'll put down a super chat. I'll do $2 or less. Bubba, do you have a drink with you? Or not?
No, I have water.
You
mean I'm drinking now? No, I didn't drink tonight.
No, on the new YouTube, you can like do goals and stuff, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. I got to pay attention. I'm gonna have to. Well, I told you since my wrestling show is done, I am going to be focusing
Wait a
more
second.
and more.
I'm confused. Are you going to like smack your butt for $5 or?
No,
you should do a new Ray dance. Every new Ray dance is some money.
No, I won't do stuff like that, but it's just going to be like a thank you show. If you want to send funds my way, you can.
Yeah, I love it. Great idea.
And my sacrifice is 12 hours of fucking streaming. That's the same.
And you said you were going to do the 3 games. So are you going to do like turkey leg players? Instead of MVP, you're going to give the turkey leg player of the game.
Something.
Turkey player of the game and the Detroit game.
Like literally, you're going to be like broadcasting while you're tinkling and then coming out. That's awesome.
My goal is to do one game. And Toddy says you never give me your money. That's right. I never do. It doesn't go that way. Well, not yet. But the thing is, I'll be doing the one game, the morning, and then I'll be having breakfast. Second game, bit of lunch. Third game.
I'll have to like chat with him when I'm at work though. I'll listen to him in my earbuds, and then I'll be typing shit. Out. And then I got to go to Thanksgiving, so I got to.
I might even invite Jimmy on because we style the content.
Well, he might be trying to take your turkey leg.
I don't know.
Are you going to eat turkey? Are you going to eat turkey on your show like that day? No. Do you guys eat turkey over there?
Nah.
Have you ever had turkey?
What do you do?
I'm not a huge fan of turkey. I always find turkey really dry.
Oh my God, I love the dark meat. I love dark meat and turkey. Oh my God.
Yeah, am I not eating it right? Am I eating it wrong?
It should be dry. It should be dry.
You got to be real and let him on. That's fantastic. Got to be real. I was real as hell. I said you can't.
You were
real.
Yeah,
come on, Mark.
You got
real.
You got close to the screen. I mean, how real can you be? I mean, you're like, hey. I mean, what does he want? Like, and then he said something about, I seen him say Kansas City. I'm like, dude, you're on the wrong fucking podcast.
Yeah, different podcasts. Here.
Yeah, come on.
We're
Trying
gonna
to troll. Take your fucking Patrick Mahomes shit and get out of here.
7-0. They're just winning too, by the way. Be real is a new wake up. That's fantastic.
Be real.
Yeah, but you know what? No, like it was funny because the Thanksgiving Day Steelers aren't playing, but there's like 3 games on. So
Right. And well, Dallas and Detroit are in one of those games, but I don't know the other game. But you don't eat Thanksgiving?
No, we don't celebrate like you guys do because it's your thing. It's your holiday, not mine. Yeah.
Oh shit! So what are you gonna eat?
I don't know, just breakfast and just like maybe a coffee.
Eat a bowl of cereal? What? I mean,
Bubba.
what?
I don't know.
What?
Here's the news flash. Australians are thankful all year. They're not pessimistic pieces of shit like us Americans. So
Well, he
we
is
have
the
to,
most positive
we
Steeler
have to
fan I
take
know.
a day to be thankful. Where like they're like, hey, yeah, it'll be right. Every day, right?
You'll be right, mate. You'll be right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Keep trucking.
Just like what's his name was right, but he was wrong, but he was right. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I didn't know you guys didn't see. I didn't know that. See, I
No,
did not
because
know that.
Thanksgiving's like, wasn't it the Indians and the Dallas?
Yeah,
the Dallas Cowboys
John Smith.
selection?
The Dallas Cowboys come across. The Dallas Cowboys come across the
That should be
shitty
a
boat.
game.
Yeah,
It should be the Washington Redskins versus Dallas Cowboys. That's true Thanksgiving, right?
yeah.
But it's not.
I mean, the biggest thing was the flip of the coin when Bettis said heads, and then one time, and I know we're getting out of here. The one time we had our worst defeat against Detroit Lions, we got beat 45-3 on Thanksgiving by the Detroit Lions in the 80s, and that's why I remember because I'm old.
I remember I had one of my Thanksgiving, and I'll probably talk about the story in the show on a few weeks' time. But I was in Canada. I was sitting in Boston Pizza for I think 9 hours. I was watching football from 9 a.m. to about 7 p.m. It was great.
Wow, you love watching games. See, I can
So what
only
they
watch
do? Were you just drinking soda and just chatting with the waitress all the whole time?
Yeah, for the first like
she was a hot looking waitress. That's why he was there for 9 hours.
Shift change.
Shift change.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, where you go? Oh, no.
Get back here, baby.
For the first like 3 hours, I think it was when was the Steelers playing on Thanksgiving Day 2016? I won a big Ben jersey. Or no, when I won, I stole it from someone. Actually,
was that? Wait, they played the Ravens on Christmas Day when AB reached over. Somebody in chat probably knows
Colts.
it.
We versus Colts. 28-7. We versus Colts. That's right. Yeah. 28-7. We versus Colts. That was when we had the back-to-back. Like I think 5.
Was that when he threw 500 yards?
Yeah. We versus Ravens after that too. Anyways, so the reason why I went to Boston Pizza because they were giving away a jersey. Right.
Oh, gotcha.
And I won the jersey because I was there. However, they gave away my fucking Steelers Roethlisberger jersey to a guy behind me, and the guy said, "Oh, sorry, bro, I didn't see you there because this guy didn't even know that I was existing, but I was there for like 7 hours." I said, "Mate, you didn't give me a chance." Oh, no, sorry, I didn't win the jersey. He won the jersey, so he ended up giving me a Cameron Newton jersey as like as a mistake prize. And I said, "Well, can I go and change it with the guy?" And he said, "Well, we have to go ask him." So I went to this guy. He was wearing a Vikings jersey. I said, "Mate, can we swap jerseys? Can I give you Cameron Newton? Is it Cameron Newton? Cam Newton? Cam Newton for a Big Ben jersey?" And he said, "Oh, I don't know." But I didn't take no for an answer. I just stood there until he gave me the jersey because I wanted the jersey.
Hold your ground.
Yeah. And eventually he got sick of me and was like, "Oh, this Australian won't leave me alone." So I gave him the jersey.
See, Mark was just like William Wallace and Braveheart. Hold the line. Hold.
Because I was there for like 6 hours, 7 hours. Then the bartender gave away the jersey, but didn't give it to me. Yeah, he didn't give me a chance to win
That's
it.
right.
He gave it to a That's real, Mark. That's so funny. This show is so funny. He gave it to a guy behind him who won the. I know, it's so real. It's so funny.
You know what? This show is real than professional wrestling right now.
Yeah. Exactly right. He gave away the jersey to a guy wearing a Vikings jersey, and then someone said behind the bar because I was there for like 6 hours, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, he always turns up from Campbell, and he always comes to Banff to win the jersey because because the bar's empty." And I said, "Well, you fellas didn't give me a chance to win." So he gave me a Cameron Newton jersey. I gave that guy $10 for a tip. I gave the Cameron Newton jersey to him. When I walked over, the guy who had my jersey, Roethlisberger, I said, "Can we change?" And he said, "No." And I went, "Are you sure?" He went, "No." I went, come on. He went, no. And I went, come on, bro. And I eventually got it.
Good for you.
I wasn't leaving. Because
Well,
I got my jersey.
Well, you were
big
being
fan.
real
I'm
with
right
them. And that's good. You were real with them. And in real situations, call for
Hang on.
real decisions.
I'll show you. I'll show you.
Okay. My Ben Roethlisberger jersey's upstairs, autographed.
This jersey. Here.
Oh, it's a nice one.
Oh, does it have a tag on it?
Yeah, I got this from Canada. That's my Big Ben one. That's the one I slash harassed the guy for about 30
Wait a
minutes.
second. That actually has its real name. It's not in Canadian.
No, it's not Rothfuss sandwich.
That's
Yeah, man. It's a nice
that's
jersey.
funny.
So, because the guy, he gave me a Cam Newton one because I was a secondary prize because he didn't see me. And I annoyed the guy who was wearing a Viking. I was like, I said to the Vikings guy, why the fuck do you need a Steelers jersey? You don't need that. Oh, my friend likes it. No, you don't.
No, give it to me, or we're gonna go out in the parking lot and fight for it. That's what I'd have said.
I wouldn't fight for it.
I'm gonna fight you.
I stood there for a while. I was like standing there just waiting like this, going, are you sure, bro? Come on, bro. Come on,
Well,
bro. Come on, bro.
If you had a girlfriend, just take his woman. I'm gonna take your woman, or give me that jersey. One or the
Well,
other.
with this accent, anything is possible, really.
That's right. Girls love accents.
I will tell your girlfriend bedtime stories like I tell Shane, and it's over.
And it's funny enough, another time that we've reached the 1 hour and 10 minute mark where we bring on a random guest. Jimmy, if you're out there, I would love to bring you on.
And be real.
Be real. If you want to, Jimmy.
Oh.
I've been here.
Why? You know what? Something I didn't that happen before one time. I think it was on my show. Somebody, who knows? Yeah, it was on my show, wasn't it, Shane? And somebody jumped on, and
Yeah.
we were playing with it too much.
There was
There was one
a
time.
fitness model we got excited about, but that was a whole nother
Oh,
story.
it's frustration. She's around. She's around.
Yeah, she we checked her out. She was real. She was real. Or it was a fake bot, whatever. I mean, but she looked good in a fake bot kind of way. So yeah, it's okay.
All right, fellas. I'm out of drink, so I think I probably end the show.
Well, I mean, I gotta get up and go to work in like 3.5 hours. So I gotta check my vacation book because I didn't take off for next spring because my job I go 6 months in advance, and I gotta take off for the draft because I want to do. She was AI, yeah, Devil. She probably was. I got to get back the vacation book because I need to take off because I didn't take anything off in April. And I didn't. I can't call in sick and like, oh, yeah, I'm calling in sick and I'm doing live draft. You know what I mean? I'm going to have a cooler of beer fucking sitting beside me or something. You know?
I could be there. I'm hoping. Hopefully, I win the International Fan of the Year for Packers.
Oh, yeah. If you show up, we'll just do it live. We'll just do it live in Western Pennsylvania. We'll just do it live from my house.
Yeah, but the year after is Steelers versus the draft. Is Pittsburgh
Steelers versus the draft. Yeah. Well, we still in 26 because I know you don't have enough time this year, but when you come back in 26, because I'll still be living here, I hope. And we'll just have we'll do something downstairs.
100%. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be on TV
live and 150%.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
live. Yeah, real.
All right, fellas. Any more real comments?
Nope, we're 6-2. I'm happy. 6-2. 6-2.
Dude.
4 games away from my 100. And I thought Russell Wilson could have got a rushing touchdown tonight when we were in the red zone. It didn't happen. I'm 4 games.
You got time. You got a lot of time.
I got plenty of time. I got time.
I think he'll have a chance to get something somehow, some way. Yeah, time.
Yeah, I'm taking.
All right,
it.
let's end the show then with Shane's thoughts while he jams out to Game Time Jam. Shane, can you please send us away and just a big thank you towards the Steelers.
We want to give a special thanks to our special guest for keeping it real. Because you know who keeps it real? Steelers Dynasty. And that man right up there.
Over there.
So, stay tuned. Tomorrow night, we're going to give you our picks on who gets the ball, baby. And who balled out tonight. Who did it? Was it Kelvin Austin? Ooh. Or was it maybe it was Alex Highsmith? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow night. See you there.
Love that. All right, guys. We'll see you later.
See you guys.
Steelers Nation Australia. Thank you as well, Steelers Dynasty Podcast. You guys are awesome. And it was a great day today. A lot of filming, a lot of podcasts. And let's end today with Ryan McFadden. He's one of my favorites. B-Mac.
The road to New Orleans will start in a few months. Let's get ready for the ride. Gas up the cars, baby. Let's get to New Orleans. Gas it up. Let's go.
Hey, thank you, B-Mac, mate. I'll see you all later. As always, here we go, Steelers.
Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.